Equivalent exchange says that you have to give something in order to get something else. I gave dollars, and I got the brand new Fullmetal Alchemist movie on Blu-ray. Hell yes! This is it. It is finally here. It is Fullmetal Alchemist, the Sacred Star of Milos. And this is a brand new Blu-ray film that I have never even seen, and I'm really excited. And this isn't just a review, guys. This is an unboxing video. I've never even seen what's going on here. So first and foremost, let's just talk about this really, really cool cover. And like most anime Blu-ray covers, they always go with a slip cover just because it looks nice and it's very shiny. But you get to see a few of the characters showing off on the front here. You got Ed, you got Al, and you got Mustang and Hawkeye at the top, and a lot of other characters that are new to the movie, and I really have no idea what their purpose is in this story yet. The back cover itself, nothing too crazy, mostly just an explanation about what's going on in this film. I haven't even read that because I don't want to be spoiled by anything. I really want to see this movie for the first time. But let's take a look right here. Pretty much the same exact thing, but we still got the cellophane, and it feels kind of heavy. There might be something inside, so let's just take a look. Oh, cellophane, you save us from water. Oof. Clean that up in editing. Alright guys, let's get real for a minute here. The cellophane's gone. Let's check out what's inside. Ooh, cool looking discs. A lot of discs, actually. Alright, so first and foremost, we get the typical Funimation card. They always want you to mail into them, let them know how they're doing. Please do so. Support Funimation because they release some great anime series. But it's pretty barren actually, but you got a few different discs here, some that look pretty cool. You got the first one, disc 1. This is the movies and the extras. And nothing too crazy, but what I like about it is you can actually see that there's an alchemy circle there. And, you know, I just like the design of that. And then after that, you have disc 2, even more extra features. So I'm assuming that this is just going to be the making of the movie. It looks like there is a commentary, theatrical trailers, TV spots, US trailers, and so forth. You know, nothing too crazy. And then you got the last disc, which is the Blu-ray movie itself. And, you know, it looks like they went again with a, another DVD Blu-ray combo set. It looks like this is the actual Blu-ray, and it looks like they released just a DVD of it too. So this is cool because if you have a few friends who like Fullmetal Alchemist and you're picking this up and they want to borrow it, you can let them borrow the DVD, you can keep the Blu-ray. It's pretty awesome. But one thing that's caught my eye, it looks like we got a reversible cover here, so let's take a look. And I'm not really sure what to make of it, actually. It looks like just some very obscure artwork here. Something from the movie. It almost appears to be a tank of some sorts. I'm not really sure what to make of it. But honestly, the Blu-ray set is pretty bare bones in terms of what it contains. There really aren't any special features. I was kind of hoping for maybe like a booklet or something. Give me a little bit of information about some of the characters. But all in all, I can't complain because what we really buy this for, of course, is the content within. And I think we're getting ready to check that out, both Christian and I, and we're going to give you our thoughts on the Fullmetal Alchemist movie, The Sacred Star of Milos. Alright guys, so we just got done for the first time watching the Fullmetal Alchemist movie, and I have a lot of praise to give it. It was really awesome. This is summer blockbuster Fullmetal Alchemist.
It was good. You're pretty much getting the level of intensity in the fighting that you're getting from Brotherhood, but you're also going to get a lot of story packed in there too. I think that's one thing that I realized when I was watching it is that you're going to get a lot of story, a lot of development in these characters that are introduced in the movie. So it's not just 100% action fest, but I think the action is like divided up well. Like in the beginning, you get this amazing fight on a train. I won't give away the details. You just get consistent fight, and then I think in the middle it feels like it slows down a little bit, and then it just picks up for an amazing end, and it was a very enjoyable movie.
Yeah, the pacing of the movie was really, really great. You know, it opened up with a lot of really big action, like you mentioned, the train scene, which extends into an even longer action scene, which is all just incredible. And that's one thing that really stands out in this movie is the actual animation, and I want to speak about that for a second. The animation in the film is great. I wouldn't say it's movie quality, however. I'd call it OVA quality.
Yeah,
that's not a bad thing though. It still looks great. We were watching it on Blu-ray.
The way to go.
You know, we were watching it in Japanese, and you know, all the scenes are great. If there's only one thing I had to complain about, it's maybe the artwork. You know, nothing really that spectacular. You know, there were a few scenes. You know, the main characters, they're drawn well, they're animated very well. But maybe some of the background characters were not drawn very well. You know, sometimes some of them had blank faces, or some of them had very little detail.
Cut halfway into a wall because half of his face didn't look drawn all the way. Like the perspective of some of the characters behind the main characters did kind of look sort of cheap. But do you think this looks better than Brotherhood? Or
now that's the thing. This is a completely different movie, and I like it for that. You know, because I like when they do branch off and they do these little spin-offs. I like that it's different. It's very distinct. That was one of the first things I noticed when I was watching it. I was like, the artwork, there's something about it. It's just different. It's it seems a little more. It definitely seems hand drawn, but of course there's a few computer generated scenes in it, which look great, and that's great because when they want to exemplify scale, which this movie has a lot of. Everything in this movie is big. Really, it's huge. That's why I called it a summer blockbuster. Everything is just giant. They have a lot of huge panoramic shots showing you everything that's going on in this place they go to, called Milos. And everything just is really huge and grand and awesome looking.
Yeah, the world building is really good in this. Like,
it's very believable.
The setting and everything.
And a lot of the characters are really cool. You know, obviously you got Ed and Al returning as the main characters, with Ed really being the Mario to Alphonse Luigi, and that's really the way it is. You get to see a few returning characters from the Brotherhood series and the manga as well. You got, of course, Roy Mustang, Riza Hawkeye. That's pretty much it. You get a few cameos. You get a cameo from Armstrong. Winry is in the movie for a very small amount of time, but really there's a lot of new characters that it focuses on, and it's just as much this is Ed and Al's story, it's really the story of our new characters, Julia and Ashley.
So the story of this brother-sister team in this movie pretty much starts out with their parents being taken away kind of Nazi style, and it really starts to show you the setting of Fullmetal Alchemist. And I always like this setting with the you know, the soldiers and the guns. It has this like World War II sort of effect, and that's why I say Nazi-like. And they all get taken in by the government because they have some alchemy secret. And then I don't want to spoil too much of the movie, but anyway, this brother-sister team end up working together in the beginning of the movie and get split up, and Ed and Al run into the sister, and that's kind of where the story begins between these two cities.
It's like it's like there's this three-way war going on between Amestris, which is where Ed and Al are from with the alchemy, and then you have Milos, which is being taken over by the Cretan army. And they've basically taken all the Milosians and they've put them in this like valley right below the city, and basically the slums, and they never let them out. And it's just kind of this like three-way battle between all of them. And there's a huge plot twist in the movie that I didn't see coming. That's very, very good, and it's really worth watching. You know, when I watch anime shonen movies, I want to see the main characters a lot of the time, but I got really invested in the side characters in this one. I was interested, I was really interested to see what was going to happen to them and how things were going to work out for them. And since it got backed by such great animation and production values, music, some of the coolest fight scenes I have ever seen.
It's quite good.
Just awesome. Good. There are these wolves in these movies, these wolf chimera that are just awesome. You get to see them throughout the whole movie, and they're just great. And that's just a small highlight.
That's how you know it's good. It's got werewolves in it.
Exactly. I liked The Conqueror of Shambhala a lot, which was the final movie from the original Fullmetal.
And I loved the music from that movie. But here, this music was also very good. That's
maybe not as memorable,
no,
but really what you're going to get from this movie is just a blockbuster. It's just, like we said, the action is really, really well paced, and it moves really quick. There's never really a moment where, if there's ever a moment you're watching a scene, you're like, oh, it's starting, it immediately changes and goes to something else. Right before you're about to lose interest in something, it does something else to keep you going, and it's great for that. Just a lot of great art design, too. So if there's only one fault I have, it's this. It's Mustang. He's one of the most popular characters from Fullmetal Alchemist. He's one of my favorite characters, and he is in this movie. Iconic. And at first, he's like most characters. He just has a cameo at the beginning, but eventually he does make his way to the main plot point in the story. And you know, you think with Mustang, oh, it's a guarantee. Snap! Something's gonna explode into fire. And you know what? Mustang never does anything in this movie.
He had one off-screening kill.
One off-screen, and we literally...
That 1 second.
We chuckled at that. We're like, so if you're watching this movie expecting to see Mustang, like, incinerate somebody, like, multiple times, like he did with Lust and Envy, you're not going to see that at all in this movie. You're here to see Ed and Al and these other new characters.
So for a rating on this movie, me and Corey agreed that an 8 out of 10 sounds about right. The story gets a little bogged down in the middle, And but the action's great. The action's great throughout, and the pacing is really good if you count the if you just count the middle. But in my opinion, the beginning starts real strong, and the ending and the twist you get is just solid. And this is a really good movie. Definitely check it out.
Animation and the characters definitely saved this one. Really, really great movie. You guys need to check this out if you are a fan of either the Fullmetal Alchemist manga or the 2 series, Fullmetal Alchemist, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
And watch it on Blu-ray.
Yes.
Blu-ray.
And keep in mind, guys, this is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, so you're not just going to get a Blu-ray, you're going to get a DVD as well. So you get the best of both worlds. So you guys know that we like the movie, we just gushed over it for a long time, but we want to know what you guys thought. Have you seen the brand new movie? And if you have, please let us know what you thought about it with your comments below. And if you just want to tell us about Fullmetal Alchemist, why you love the series, please leave your comments there. We'd love to know what you guys think. Alright guys, that concludes this review today. SuperKamiGuru9000. Out.